Hello, I'm Rick Bullemere, and today we're mostly filming the ORA Funky Cat. So if you're expecting lots of terrible cat puns in this review, don't worry, we're better than that. ORA, are we? Oh, I'll tell you what, first impressions, to drive, it's an electric car. Nice quick pickup. When you put your foot down, you've got that lovely instant torque. ORA is a sub-brand of Chinese automotive giant Great Wall Motors, which specialises in electric vehicles. The ORA Funky Cat. What do we think? Is it funky? I think these headlights are pretty funky. It's similar to the Mini, similar to a Porsche, so it's obviously been inspired by those designers. Not a bad thing. And look at these little nostril bits here. I like how that raises out the bonnet there. And you've also got this very cool little logo. It looks a bit like the Incredibles logo. Is this an incredible car though? Now this comes in various different trims, but I think we've got the funkiest of funky trims here with the two-tone pearl and turquoisey effect, which is nice and glittery as well. Bear in mind, you don't need to put petrol in this car, you just put nice, clean electricity. So here you've got the AC Type 2 connector and the DC CCS connector for fast charging. Lovely. This car has only one spec level, so everything you see comes as standard, although this is the first edition, so you get fancy badges. It has a 48 kilowatt-hour battery, giving you an acceptable range of 193 miles. Remember, this will be less if you do lots of motorway driving. It has a top speed of 99 miles per hour, which drives my OCD crazy. Why not just take it to 100? This cat's nippy. It does 0 to 60 in 8 seconds. It has a maximum DC charging rate of 64 kilowatts. That's roughly 10% to 80% in 45 minutes. On a standard home charger, a full charge will take about 5 hours. Welcome to the interior of the funky ORA Cat. I think in general they've done a really good job on the design of the interior. You've got this lovely two-tone effect here, so you've got this turquoise and a sort of cream effect, but this suede effect is really nice to the touch and looks great as well. And yeah, just generally a nice place to sit and drive, especially on those long road trips. Ooh, indicator's a bit funky. It's very sensitive and it stays on longer than you want it to. This indicator's really annoying. When the car first rolled into the drive, we thought this is going to be tight getting all of our camera gear and baggage in there. As always, we did the Golf Club challenge. Can you get a full set in the boot without taking your driver out and without putting the seats down? Not quite, but very close. Boot space is 228 litres and with the seats down, it's 858 litres. This car would be a great run around for getting around town. Nice and nippy, nice and small, gets into those parking spaces, no problem. Long distance though, it's not got a massive range, and when you're driving on motorways you obviously use more of your battery than you do when you're tooting around town at 30 miles an hour. Please wait. I mean, thanks very much for the constant advice, ORA Cat. Right, let's check out the rear. What do we think? Lovely big ORA sign here. Has it got a good aura? I think it has. And what I really like is this little light bar across here, which really stands out at night. One downside, it doesn't have a rear windscreen wiper, which is a bit of a fault in my opinion. But apart from that, it looks good. Oh, this is a nice touch as well. If you're an F1 fan, you've got a brake light here, which looks a bit like an F1 car. Not a bad thing. So design-wise, I would say this is very much a funky cat. You've got a nice little space here to put your phone for your wireless charging, and also for the big key, you've got a little cubby hole there. Down here, nice storage space for things like your walkie-talkies. You've also got your bottle holders and a little bit of extra storage here. Very useful. Oh, and 2 USB ports for charging your phone, etc. and a 12 volts. The cameras around the car are really impressive in this, which makes parking just a little bit easier. You've got sensors and 360, which helps you to see what's around you, and hopefully you don't knock into any bollards or cameramen. Speaking of cameramen, they've quite enjoyed this car, and there's plenty of room in the back as well, so lots of headroom and foot room from what we can work out. But there's only one USB socket. So if you're trying to plug your phone into charge, they had to fight and squabble over that. So who would this car best suit? Well, it is safe and it is funky, so if you're a first-time driver, I think this could suit you very well, especially with all those relentless warnings to help keep you on the straight and narrow. And price-wise, it'll be a great option for anyone looking for an affordable lease deal. So tag a funky friend or a cool cat that you think needs to check out this car. And remember to subscribe to our YouTube channel so you don't miss a thing. And head over to selectcarleasing.co.uk to browse the latest and greatest lease deals. We'll be right back.